Lipa's self-titled debut album was released on June 2nd, 2017, and honestly, it was the introduction we didn't know we desperately needed. At just 21 years old, Dua was already giving us the confidence of someone who knew exactly who she was and what she wanted to say. This album is dark pop with R&B influences, electronic beats, and this smoky, rich vocal tone that felt completely fresh in the pop landscape. She worked with an incredible lineup of producers including Stephen Kaw's Cosmeniac, Andrew Jackson, and Digital Farm Animals, creating this cohesive sound that felt both radio-ready and artistically authentic. The standard edition contains 17 tracks, which is generous, and every single one serves a purpose in telling Dua's story. Let's talk about the songs that changed everything. First up, we have New Rules, which became the breakup anthem of 2017. The song literally gave us a step-by-step guide on how to get over someone who keeps pulling you back in, and that music video with the choreography, iconic. We all learned those moves. The song peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went 5 times platinum in the US. But what made it special was how it captured that specific moment when you were finally done. When you're texting your group chat at 2 a.m. saying you're not going back this time, and you actually mean it. Then there's Idgaf, which is basically New Rule's angrier, more confident older sister. This song is what you play when you've moved past sad and gone straight to empowered. The production is punchy, Dua's vocals are razor sharp, and the message is crystal clear. You had your chance, you messed it up, and now I genuinely do not care anymore. It peaked at number 4 in the UK and became a global hit. But we can't forget about Be The One, which was actually released as a single before the album dropped back in 2015. This song has this yearning quality to it, this vulnerability that shows Dua wasn't just about being a boss. She could do heartfelt romance too. The song became a massive hit across Europe and helped establish her as an artist to watch. Blow Your Mind, Moi, deserves a mention too, because this was Dua's first solo entry on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 72. The song is sultry, confident, and showed that Dua could do sexy without trying too hard. It's effortless cool, which became her signature. Commercially, this album was a slow burn that turned into a massive success. It debuted at number 5 on the UK Albums Chart and eventually peaked at number 3. In the US, it reached number 27 on the Billboard 200. But here's what's impressive. The album had serious longevity. It stayed on charts for over 2 years, as singles kept gaining traction. The album has been certified platinum in multiple countries and has sold millions of copies worldwide. At the 2019 Grammy Awards, Dua Lipa won Best New Artist and Best Dance Recording for Electricity, her collaboration with Silk City and Diplo. She also received nominations for Best Pop Vocal Album for this debut. At the 2018 Brit Awards, she won British Female Solo Artist and British Breakthrough Act, making her one of the most awarded artists that year. This debut album proved that Dua Lipa wasn't just another pop star. She was a force bringing back dark, sultry pop with substance. She gave us anthems for healing, for moving on, for knowing our worth. The album is basically a guide to modern womanhood. You can be vulnerable, you can be strong, you can set boundaries, and you can dance through all of it. Complete edition and deluxe releases now. Here's where things get interesting. Dua Lipa's debut album had several iterations, and each one added more gems to the collection. The complete edition was released on August 31st, 2018, and it included additional tracks that showed even more range. Kiss and Makeup, her collaboration with Blackpink, was a massive moment. This was East meets West in the best possible way, blending Dua's dark pop sensibilities with Blackpink's fierce energy. The song became a global hit and introduced Dua to even more international markets. It peaked in the top 40 in multiple countries, and the collaboration felt natural and exciting. The deluxe editions also included remixes and alternate versions that kept the album feeling fresh and relevant. This strategy of continually releasing new content from the same album era was smart because it kept Dua in the conversation and gave fans reasons to keep coming back. Future Nostalgia. Future Nostalgia dropped on March 27, 2020, right as the world was going into lockdown, and it became the escape we all desperately needed. This album is Dua Lipa's love letter to disco, funk, and 80s pop, but filtered through a completely modern lens. The title itself is genius. It's nostalgic for sounds of the past, but futuristic in its production and confidence. Dua worked with an incredible team of producers, including Jeff Basker, Ian Kirkpatrick, and the legendary Stuart Price, who's known for his work with Madonna. The result is this immaculate blend of vintage grooves and contemporary pop production that sounds both familiar and completely fresh. The standard edition has 11 tracks, and honestly, there's not a single skip on this album. Let's start with Don't Start Now, because this song literally changed Dua's career trajectory. Released as the lead single in November 2019, this disco pop masterpiece became inescapable. That bass line? Iconic. The message of moving on and being better off? Universal. The song peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, spent over a year on the chart, and became one of the best-selling singles of 2020. It's been streamed billions of times and won Best Pop Vocal Performance at the 2021 Grammys. But beyond the stats, this song became the anthem for anyone who's ever run into an ex and wanted them to see how good you're doing without them. It's petty in the best way, and we love it. Physical is pure serotonin in song form. This track takes 80s synth-pop energy and cranks it up to 11. The chorus is explosive, the production is glittery and bright, and the message about getting physical with someone you're into is playful and sexy. The music video, with its retro aerobics aesthetic, became instantly iconic and spawned countless TikTok recreations. This song proved that Dua could do euphoric pop just as well as she did dark and moody. Levitating is the song that refuses to leave your head, and honestly, we're not mad about it. This is disco funk perfection with a bass line that makes you want to move, and lyrics about being so into someone that you're floating. The Day Baby remix became massive in the US, peaking at number 5 on the Hot 100, while the original also charted separately. This song became TikTok's most used song of 2021 and has been streamed over 3 billion times on Spotify. It's pure joy, pure fun, and exactly what we needed during difficult times. Break My Heart is where Dua shows vulnerability within the confidence. The song samples NXS's Need You Tonight and is about being scared to fall in love because you know heartbreak might be coming. It's relatable, it's catchy, and it shows that even when Dua is confident, she's still human. The song peaked at number 13 on the Hot 100, and the music video's choreography became another viral moment. Hallucinate deserves more love than it got. This is full-on disco euphoria with a touch of psychedelic vibes. The song is about being so into someone that you're literally seeing things, and the production is absolutely intoxicating. It's the kind of song that makes you want to dance in your room with the lights down and colored lights spinning. Love Again is this beautiful moment of hope after heartbreak. It samples Whitetown's Your Woman, and it's about finally being ready to love again after thinking you never would. The vocal performance is stunning, the production is lush, and the message is powerful. You can heal, you can try again, you can be happy. Pretty Please is funk-infused perfection. This song is flirty, fun, and shows Dua's playful side. The groove is infectious, and it's the kind of song that makes you feel cool just listening to it. Good in Bed is brutally honest in the best way. It's about being with someone who's terrible for you in every way except physically. It's funny, it's relatable, and it's the kind of honesty we don't always get in pop music. Sometimes the person who's worst for you is the best in bed, and Dua said what we were all thinking. Boys Will Be Boys closes the album with an important message. This is Dua's feminist anthem addressing toxic masculinity, victim blaming, and the way society teaches girls to protect themselves instead of teaching boys not to harm. The song is stripped back compared to the rest of the album, letting the message take center stage. Future Nostalgia was a massive critical and commercial triumph. It debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and eventually peaked at number 2. In the UK, it went straight to number 1. The album has been certified triple platinum in the US and multi-platinum in countries around the world. It became one of the best-selling albums of 2020 globally. At the 2021 Grammy Awards, Future Nostalgia won Best Pop Vocal Album, while Don't Start Now won Best Pop Solo Performance. The album received 6 Grammy nominations total. At the 2021 Brit Awards, Dua won British Female Solo Artist and British Album of the Year, becoming one of the most celebrated artists of the year. This album proved that Dua Lipa wasn't just a pop star, she was the pop star. She took risks with the disco sound when everyone else was doing trap pop, and it paid off massively. Future Nostalgia gave us permission to dance, to feel joy, to move our bodies even when the world felt heavy. It reminded us that pop music can be both fun and meaningful, nostalgic and futuristic, confident and vulnerable. Future Nostalgia, the Moonlight Edition. On February 11th, 2021, Dua blessed us with the Moonlight edition, which added 8 new tracks to Future Nostalgia, and honestly, every single edition was necessary. We're Good is the standout from this edition. This song uses the metaphor of the Titanic sinking to describe a relationship that's over, and it's both devastating and empowering. The production is sleek, Dua's vocals are gorgeous, and the message is mature. Sometimes relationships end, and that's okay. We can be good even if we're not together. If It Ain't Me is this gorgeous, soulful track that shows Dua's vocal range. It's about jealousy and insecurity in relationships, asking if your partner thinks about you when they're with someone else. It's vulnerable in a way that contrasts beautifully with the confidence of the main album. That Kind of Woman is pure sass. This is Dua telling someone that she's not the type to wait around or play games. The production is funky, the attitude is fierce, and it's another addition to Dua's catalog of Know Your Worth anthems. The Moonlight edition also included live performances and remixes that showed how these songs evolved in different contexts. The edition kept Future Nostalgia alive and relevant, giving fans more content to obsess over and proving that this album had endless replay value. Club Future Nostalgia with the Blessed Madonna. Released on August 28, 2020, Club Future Nostalgia is Dua Lipa's DJ mix album created in collaboration with the Blessed Madonna. This isn't just a remix album, it's a complete reimagining of future nostalgia for the club. The Blessed Madonna, a legendary DJ and producer, took the future nostalgia tracks and wove them together with classic house, disco, and electronic tracks, creating this seamless mix that's meant to be experienced as one continuous journey. The album features remixes and edits of songs like Levitating, Physical, and Don't Start Now, but also includes interludes and samples from iconic dance tracks. What makes this special is how it honors dance music history while celebrating Dua's modern pop. There are nods to Madonna, Gwen Stefani, Jamiroquai, and other legends, showing the lineage of dance pop and where Dua fits into it. Club Future Nostalgia proved that Dua understood where her music came from and wasn't afraid to experiment with it. It's a love letter to DJs, to club culture, to the LGBTQ+ community that's always supported dance pop, and to everyone who needed an escape. Radical Optimism. Radical Optimism is Dua Lipa's third studio album, released on May 3, 2024, and it marks yet another evolution in her sound and artistry. After the disco pop perfection of Future Nostalgia, many wondered where Dua would go next, and the answer was somewhere deeper, more introspective, but still utterly danceable. The album's title comes from Dua's philosophy of choosing optimism even when things are difficult. It's about acknowledging pain and challenges, but deciding to move forward with hope and joy anyway. Musically, Radical Optimism blends psychedelic pop, Britpop influences, and dance pop with a more organic, live instrument feel compared to Future Nostalgia's sleek production. Dua worked with an exciting mix of producers, including Tame Impala's Kevin Parker, Caroline Aylan, Danielle Harley, and Tobias Jesso Jr. This gave the album a more experimental, genre-blending sound that still maintains Dua's pop sensibilities. The standard edition contains 11 tracks. Houdini, the lead single released in November 2023, is a complete vibe shift from Don't Start Now. This song is groovy, psychedelic, and about disappearing from someone's life like magic when they don't appreciate you. The production has these hypnotic elements, and Dua's vocals are more experimental than we've heard before. The song peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 and set the tone for this new era perfectly. Illusion addresses gaslighting and manipulation in relationships. The song is darker than most of Radical Optimism, both sonically and thematically. It's about seeing through someone's lies and refusing to be manipulated anymore. The synth-driven production gives it this slightly unsettling feeling that matches the lyrics perfectly. Falling Forever is one of the most beautiful songs Dua has ever released. This is a love song, but not in the way we're used to from her. It's tender, it's vulnerable, and it's about wanting to be with someone through everything. The production is lush and dreamy, and Dua's vocals are absolutely gorgeous. These Walls is an introspective track about loneliness and isolation. The song has this haunting quality, with production that feels spacious and echoey, matching the theme of being alone with your thoughts. It shows a more melancholic side of Dua that we haven't seen much before. What You Doing is fun and flirty, asking someone what they're up to with the clear implication that they should be with you. It's lighter than some of the other tracks and provides a nice balance to the deeper cuts. French Exit is about leaving without explanation, just slipping away when something isn't working. The term refers to leaving a party without saying goodbye, and Dua applies it to relationships. Sometimes you just need to disappear, and that's okay. Maria showcases Dua's vocal range with this emotional ballad about seeing someone you love with someone else. The pain is palpable, but there's also acceptance. It's mature, it's beautiful, and it shows growth. Happy for You might be the most emotionally complex song on the album. It's about genuinely wishing an ex well, even though it hurts. Radical Optimism debuted at number 2 on the UK albums chart and number 4 on the Billboard 200. While it didn't match the massive commercial peak of Future Nostalgia, it received critical acclaim for its artistic growth and willingness to experiment. The album has been certified platinum and continues to gain traction as more singles are released. Let me know your favorite Dua Lipa album in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to participate in our weekly polls where you decide which artist we cover next.